there, everyone, and welcome back to Modded Minecraft. I'm here with Kate and Shneeky tonight.
Hello.
Who are...
Hello.
They are remotely placed at the moment. I'm not actually sure where you two are.
I'm
Actually,
in the
I'm
kitchen.
right underneath you.
Oh, there you are. Okay. We're starting at the tree farm today because we should show you what had to happen to make this reactor work. Shneeky came online midweek, and of course we were completely dead in the water as far as charcoal was concerned. So you...
Yeah, I must have slipped a digit there.
Yeah, well, we weren't sure if our charcoal production would keep up, so... Fortunately, that's something easily fixed. So, Shneeky, you added a fertilizer to the system, right?
Yeah, fertilizer. Normally they are ridiculously not necessary because it's normally used with, basic agriculture. But for our purposes, we need enough charcoal that it became necessary for our purposes.
Yeah. Now, you might notice, Shneeky, I revised your design just a little. The import bus didn't seem to be pulling running the auto crafting, or it wasn't requesting the recipe.
Ah, okay.
So,
I was concerned that might be the case even with the crafting bus.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't work in there even though you can put it in. So anyways, I just switched it out for an interface. Same
concept, and it seems to be keeping itself going.
Same concept, buffered with fertilizer. So that's going just fine now. But of course that wasn't the only problem. Turns out that our charcoal production was also backlogging. So we're now running this off of 3... Wow. These things actually aren't even fully filling the factory now, so we've caught up. Did I make that round robin? Yeah, I did. Okay, it's just not.
Here we go. It wasn't auto-sorted on, so I just put it on.
Oh, that's something in the smelting factory. Oh, we might want to... Oh, that's what that does. Okay, we might want to check the smelting factories back at the base to see if that's going on.
I believe I've already got those set up, but we can check those later.
Okay. And so we're also pulling in power from one of the reactors now, so that's not underloading anymore. And this factory pulls in directly from the network, so it's supplemented by the other tree farm. So as a result, we are now carbon positive, which is good because Kate also uses charcoal blocks in pretty significant quantities.
We have increased our carbon footprint.
Woo!
Grossly. If this game had pollution enabled, we'd be attracting biters in vast quantities.
There's actually a mod for that.
Something to look into for 1.9. A price of industrialization does have some amusement to it. Anyways, so that was yeah. Now, there was something else you wanted to show off, right, Shneeky?
There's a couple of things to show off. I just, by the way, come over here to the town square and pick this up.
You want me to try this thing out? Oh.
I want you to take a look at what there's two other places that you can go to here
there's the town
now.
Square. Oh, nice. Arboretum and the AE system. Nice. I really should check.
I kept running back and forth constantly, and so I'm like, you know what? Let's get this more efficient.
Yeah. So off camera, we were discussing the production of dyes, and we decided to go with Mystic Petals. So
yes.
We made a Mystic Petal farm, which is this thing right here. 3 of each color. We have, over the course of a week, it's produced thousands of the fool things, so...
My poor little garden is just like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, your garden actually produces them faster than this system does.
Yeah.
I've actually I checked out the system here, and your system will actually vastly outproduce what I'm doing, but mine is fully automatable. So.
Yeah, and also we don't really need many.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if I produce 1 per second or 1 per 10 minutes. If it runs over the course of a week, you're going to have a surplus.
Yeah.
And it's not like there's a huge call on petals to begin with, except maybe for dye.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't ever need more than like 3 or 4 at a time. So
Exactly. So this should more than suffice for our needs.
Yeah. I don't know why some of the cable production is being a little sluggish on us, but...
There's one other thing that I would like to show off at the castle up in our Thaumatorium.
Yes, that's right. That was the other thing. Back to the castle. I got the system producing one more batch of cables for today's project. Hopefully that will do the trick, at least to start.
Yep, and this shows off one of the other reasons why I absolutely love storage chests. You see all of these? First off, don't they just look awesome with the little icon there in the corner?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's deliberate integration. It does the same thing with the little files as well, but we don't have a need to store files since we've got the crystallized essence, so we can do the liquid on demand. Just a little bit easier storage system there, but they also do that. Anything Thaumcraft related has those little icons there. More importantly, though, you'll notice there is not a controller up here, and that's because it's hooked up to the same controller that we already had set up downstairs.
Yeah.
I just ran some trim up through the floor of this level and the ceiling of the lower level, and it's all interconnected. And since it's all in the same 12 radius cube, it's all on the same controller, which is what I absolutely love about this mod.
Yeah. No, and it looks cool. I love this. Being able to... This is exactly what I loved about barrels, too, is being able to see all the awesome stuff that you have stupid quantities of. So, today's project is... Our applied Energistics system is not working to its fullest potential. Primarily due to design flaws and probable cabling issues that have developed over the months of construction. So today we're going to figure out, one, how to fix that, and two, we're going to talk about the aesthetics of this place, because we could make this look a little prettier.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to start by running, we're going to use lime dense cable because that's what I happened to produce first in quantity to replace this core system. But I want to do this in such a way that I don't break the system so that we can't use it while I'm in construction process.
That would be wise.
Yeah, so I need to plan this ahead of time. Which means the first thing I need to do is figure out where I'm going to run the main conduit up vertically through the castle. And I think I know where that's going to happen. It's going to go up through this corridor. I think this is going to work right here. It's going to come right up through where the Super Soren drive was hooked up.
Ah.
So it'll come up through here. I just got to find out where... yes, perfect. So I'm just carving out the wall it's going to go in. Okay, there's a cable. See, the one thing is that because we're going to have to use... We're switching dense cables because I think we've had conflict issues with the conduits. But that
really?
means...
I haven't experienced any problem with the ME conduits, and I'm actually running ME conduits over on the other side to run over to my my system over there, and I've had no problems.
No, that's not what I mean. What I'm talking about is I'm having trouble running the peer-to-peer network without conflicting with the conduit network. Because ME conduits don't know the difference between a peer-to-peer system and a non-peer-to-peer system. They don't recognize there's no way to isolate them from the two subnets. So by using a dense cable conduit, a colored dense cable conduit, we'll know which line is only to be connected to the peer-to-peer network. Right now, if you look in that wall right now, can you tell me which one is the peer-to-peer network and which one isn't? Because I sure can't.
Yeah, no, the coloring is definitely something we need to do so we know which system is which.
That's what I'm
definitely
referring
do
to.
need to do that.
Because right now we're using conduit, Ender IO conduit for both the subs, the basically we're delivering the peer-to-peer tunnel and the operational networks are both using the same.
Oh, and dense conduit, the ME capable conduit can't be colored. I get your point.
That's exactly right. Yes. So what we're doing is the first.
Actually, I have another idea. This system over here is completely obsolete and does not need to be over here anymore. We could disable this entire setup over here with the smeltery.
Okay. Well, I'm just getting it right now. I'm just getting it out of the way, just so. I'm just going to. You can, if you want to just review systems and see if they're obsolete. The only part that isn't obsolete is. Wait, are we? I thought we were still crafting. Oh, you're going to move the rubber recipe?
Yeah, the rubber and the yellorium can be at any smelter.
I thought the. Oh wait, I thought the yellorium was in this smelting factory. Oh, weird. Okay. Well, that'll just be something to quickly correct. Okay. So yeah, that can be taken out. These two these two storage buffers here, they're going to get relocated. They're not actually necessary anymore. Well, okay, they are necessary, but they have to be moved. So right now they're just going to be leave them where they are. We'll move them later. Okay, let's see where we are relative to our applied our ME core. Oh, right there. Okay, that's actually not bad. That's a good spot for it. You just need to get through the wall here. Now, I'm betting that we're not going to have enough of the cable to do this. Just a hunch. Ah, perfect shot. Okay. So the beauty of this is I can just attach the green cable onto one of our... because I've used the dense lines before, I can temporarily put this green stuff onto it.
Yes, you can. In fact, you can use the painter. Hang on a second. Let me get a painter for you. The color applicator can paint in Suto.
Oh, no. The existing line is Ender IO conduit.
Okay. Because I was about to say, if there's any conduit that you need recolored, I can recolor that for you in Suto.
The amount of it that's there is pretty minimal because of the way I've set up the network originally. I used way too much Ender IO stuff. Which is why we are here doing what we're doing, in part. All right. So the nice thing here is I can bring this upstairs. But yeah, here's the first conflict. Now, will Ender IO dense ME conduit will attach. So that's a problem, right? Can you use a wrench to detach it?
You should be able to.
Yes, okay.
Either
good.
that or you can click on the controller. You can right-click the controller and tell it not to control and connect in that direction.
Yeah, no, it worked. It worked. Just right-clicking the Ender IO conduit created the disconnect.
Yeah, but I've got a color applicator here. If you want, I can throw some lime into this bad boy, and in any conduit that you need to have recolored, we can recolor without having to pull it up and put down the new conduit.
Sure, that's
or for the bulk cables.
Yeah, I don't know that we're going to actually be intersecting any. What's probably going to happen is the whole system. We're going to be basically reconnecting the system, so we'll probably be okay, but might not. But it'll be useful regardless. I mean, that's something we'll definitely use going forward, right? Yeah. So aesthetics. We were talking about how to decorate the basement or decorate our place because it's a little drab. What do we have in the way of options? I mean, I guess we've got infinite quantities of everything. So, well, not infinite, but significant quantities of everything. So did you have any particular specific thoughts on what you wanted to, what you think would look good in this place?
Well, aesthetics are not necessarily my forte, but I've got some ideas that might work.
Are we really out of ME conduit? Oh no, whoops. Oh dear. This will just take a second to fix. I accidentally just disconnected our storage drives.
Oops.
That's okay. Fixable. I can fix this. I can fix it. There we go. Mostly. Well, okay, let's see. What's an interesting material we've got? I mean, especially when you consider we've got, let's see, we got lots of everything. It's not like we're going to be short on materials, right? So what would make... Wow, what would be good? That's a good question. Whoops. Go away. Okay, how do you tell it to not connect in a direction? You were saying about not allowing a cable or a cable to connect.
Come again?
You said something about not allowing dense cables to connect.
Yeah, the cable or conduit?
Cable.
Okay, for the cable, you are going to have to use the, hang on a second, I'm just getting that pulled up. There's a little notch thing that you can create to separate them.
Oh, right. I remember now. Yes, I knew about that, sort of. They're the same thing. I think they're...
Cable anchor.
Yeah, they're required to also make the facades and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, cool. Perfect. Good. Beautiful. All right, we're going up. Next, well, let's have a look at the network quick. If we're gonna show off how much awesome stuff we can make here, we might as well use something crazy, right? What can we do with silver blocks and chisel?
Yeah, chisel's got a lot of interesting things that it can do.
Got my chisel. Let's see what we got here. I got a silver block just for looks. Well, there's a way to make that. There's a new source for some actual machine styled stuff as well.
Yeah, and also the factory blocks are a source of a lot of different types.
Yeah. Got some cool stuff here. Actually, not really what I was looking for, but interesting nonetheless. Ooh, limestone's got a lot of options. Kind of yellowish though. That's not ideal. Let's see. Well, we want each part of the base to look a little different, right?
Yeah. Each floor has its own vibe to it. By the way, do we happen to have an ME chest floating around somewhere?
There should be one single ME chest in the network.
Where?
In the network. There was one. I remember I made it way back. I don't know what happened to it. It was sitting over in here, but apparently it's long gone from that location. And I don't know where it's actually gone now.
Okay, the reason I am asking is because I can use it to load the extra colored dye into the painter so that we can go ahead and not have to rip up cable just to reapply it.
Ah. Oh, that's cool.
So I can paint it in in Suto. I can paint it as you just click and it's now lime instead of whatever color it was.
Hey, Shneeky.
Yes.
Ground floor. What do you think? Replace the smooth stone flooring with that to give this area real color. That is chiseled tin.
Okay.
And it's
well, what are we going to do about these roads? Because I threw in the roads to be able to move around faster.
Oh, leave them. They look at check out the contrast. I think they're going to look quite nice to one another.
Oh, so they are.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Do you want to do that with the ground floor here and see how it looks? That's, as I say, that's chiseled tin.
Sure.
You won't be able to miss the product. So let's start with that. I'll do some more building here, and we'll if you want to start with that, we can move on, we can look at it once you've done maybe a quarter of the room and see how it looks.
Yeah, let me try and find this stinking chest though. Now it's got me irate. I want to find this thing.
I'm trying to remember the last time I used it. And
I'll be gosh darned if I can recall.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a bloody long time. You know what? Everything we need to make one is here. I'm just going to make you one. Here.
Okay.
Easiest way to find something is to make another one.
Yep.
There it is. Just dropped it down for you. It's not on a network or anything, but it's installed, so.
Doesn't need to be, but it does need to be on a power source.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's definitely missing right now. All right, so this old system here.
There we go. It's now hooked up. So the color applicator can now do blue, red, or lime.
Cool.
Now let me go ahead and chisel out some tin, and we'll see how well that actually looks. You want to do any patterns, or do you just want to do straight?
Do a quarter of it, and let's see how it looks straight to start. And if we think it needs a pattern, then we'll have a quarter of it done unpatterned, and we can just take part of it out and add patterning in, right?
Agreed. Okay, let me get started on that. Let's see.
Yeah. So I'm just it's interesting just how much stuff I'm having to reroute here. If there's cables here I completely forgot that we'd ever installed, which is really funny. I just found the old Mekanism cables that are powering our crystallizer. Our crystal factory is powered. Oh, and this comes up straight underneath our node stabilizer room. That's actually not a bad spot for it. Now that we're up here, I can run this around over towards the Thaumcraft area and continue it upwards in one of the walls here.
You know what would really make this a lot faster if I was more intelligent?
Oh?
Yeah, there's a wand that would work, a wand core.
Oh yeah, there's that thing. What's it called? Equal trade?
Yeah.
I think I might have one in my pouch if you want to borrow it.
Oh, speaking of which, I have a wand focus for you.
Oh? I'll trade you. I can lend you my... it's an unmodified... Oh, it's a frugal and enlarged equal trade, so you'll actually be able to do the manipulation on it.
Awesome.
Or the... I think there's a way... With the modified equal trade, I think there's a way of actually manipulating the shape of the area you're working with.
There is in the focal manipulator.
Yeah. Well, no, I meant once you got the focus equipped. I think that's the one I've got. It's the enlarge effect. That allows you to control the area. You can basically mark out the box you want to work with or something. It's been a while, so. Anyways, yes, the focus you just gave me. I should pull that out and show, because I think I know which one you just handed me. Is it the one I think it is?
It probably is.
The Alchemist Frost Explosive Thing of Doom? That's so cool. Hey, Kate, you want to see an awesome wand? I think you're muted, Kate.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I hope you haven't been talking to us too much lately.
No, not really.
Did you want to... You should come and have a look at the floor that Shneeky's putting in as well. But,
Okay.
while you're here, I'm going to zap you, if you're okay with that.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep. Yeah.
I think
What does that do?
It's frost. I think it's slowing you down too, isn't it?
Yeah, a little.
Cool. That's fun.
Very neat.
Didn't look like it did a lot of damage to you, though.
No, just like
Yeah.
half a heart.
What do you think, Kate?
That looks nice. That's pretty. What did you use to make that?
That's tin. Which is pretty
And
shiny.
you use the chisel rod?
Yeah, chisel. Yeah, chisel.
How does that work?
I can show you. Let me make you a chisel.
Okay.
Or is there a spare... You've got one still there, Shneeky?
I'm actually creating the next set of 10 blocks, but I can let her do it for
I've
you.
got a spare. Actually, yeah, why don't you
It's
just pass
okay.
it over to her, and that's a great way for her to see how to do it.
There you go. Now inside this thing, when you shift right click it, it'll open it up, and you'll notice that there's already a block of 10, and you can see the alternatives, including the alternative that we are currently using.
Ah, cool.
All right.
You can do this with a lot of different resources. You could do this with just about all of the different types of woods. You can do this
Cool.
with all of the different types of materials. And in fact, andesite, diorite, granite, all were created, marble, all created with this specifically in mod. And in fact, they're actually in this version, since we're in 1.7.10, not 1.8.
Oh, there's
It
your
is
chisel.
actually a mod item from Chisel 2. So
Cool.
definitely, if you're considering redoing your little greenhouse,
Yeah,
definitely something you want to consider as to be able to do your beautification.
I will look into that.
Let's see.
Yeah, because I was looking at leaf things earlier, and they had some really nice chisel, like hedge-looking things. So might do that.
Okay, I'm doing my first peer-to-peer transfer here. I am creating a brand new subnet. This subnet is going to be for our storage system. Oops.
Not too sure if I like this. The outer border is continuous, but the inside blocks are not.
Oh, okay.
This would be a better one to do kind of checkered or squared
What about
than by itself.
Well, why don't we just use it as an outline for the roads, and then fill in the rest with just sort of a. Why don't we do?
I got an idea. Let me try something.